welcome back to our channel. So in today's session we'll discuss about two more clauses of select command, that is a group by and a having clause. So group by and having class. So these clauses will be used in select statement or select command. Select command, right? And see, this select command is used to retrieve the data from the table. So in this select command we have already seen the where class and the ordered by class. So where class is to get the data based upon the conditions, and the next one, order by class, is used to order, getting the data in either ascending order or the descending order. Similarly, this group by class is used to group the class or group the rows. So whatever the rows we are having, so group the rows based upon the column, value, right? So based upon the column value, and here we are supposed to use the aggregate functions, so which we have covered in the previous session. Aggregate functions like sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, etc., etc. We have seen these aggregate functions in the previous session, so we are making use of those aggregate functions in this group by class. Similarly, having class, here also we are going to use the aggregate functions, and here we will apply the conditions on result of group by class. So after applying this group by class, we can apply the conditions by using this having clause, right? So this group by means grouping the rows, so the resultant rows will be retrieved based upon the column. So that means a group by column. Okay, group by column. For example, so in our actually in the previous sessions we have taken some database called a student, right? Student database. In the student database we have taken the student ID, student name. For example, let it be the gender, right? So we can group, we can get the details of particular rows grouped by this gender, that means male and female. So we can count, okay, how many number of students are male students and how many students are female. So that can be done with the help of this group by. So we'll use a count method. So count means, which is an aggregate function, group by gender. So automatically we'll get the count of male and female, right? So like that we are going to get the summary of rows based upon the column, that means group by a column. So that group can be either based upon a single column or multiple columns right? So here also we are going to this aggregate function. Whatever the summary we are getting here, we can apply the conditions and get the result. Okay, we can apply the conditions and get the result, right? So hope you understood this one. So still, if you are having any doubts, now let us execute these two things for a student table, okay, in MySQL. So I'll demonstrate these two classes by executing a small query on the student database, okay, so that if you are still having any doubts, your doubts will be get clarified. So let's move on to the MySQL. Hello friends. So just now we have seen the introduction part of group by and having classes. Now let us demonstrate this group by and having classes of select command. So first let me open the MySQL. So go with the password, root. Let us clear the screen. Now see, let us execute a few queries of that demonstrating these two things. Yes, group by. And the syntax for this group by is, so we are going to use this group by and having in a select command. So select star from table name group by column 1, column 2, etc. So this is a small syntax for group by. And coming to this having class, the syntax, select star from student, star from table name group by column 1, column 2, etc. having condition, right? So this is a syntax for having class. So whatever the resultant table we are getting from the group by, applying the conditions for that, we'll get this having class. So whatever it may be, we are going to use this group by class as well as the having class in a select command, right? So let us take an example. So already we are using one database called YouTube. We have created the database. So in that YouTube database, we have already created one table called a student. So first let us see the details of that student table. Select star from student. So we are having some rows, some 106 rows. That means the details of 106. So we are taking the attributes SID, SName, percentage, gender, and a branch. Now coming to the group by. See, first one, finding number of students branch wise. So we have to group the number of students branch wise. So for that we have to write, so select, we need to get a branch, comma, and count of SID. That means for each branch how many number of students are there. So from student, group by, use a group by, give it as a branch. So obviously group by branch means based upon the branch, it will display the branch name as well as the count of the student details. You can observe here. See, after executing this one, the CSC, the count of SID is 3. You can observe in the table CSC 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 students belongs to this CSC branch. And ECE, only 1 student, and civil 1 student, and a triple 1 student. So we got the details of a students based upon the branch. So we are grouping the results, grouping the rows based upon the branch, right? Next, finding the number of male students and the female students. So how many number of male students and how many number of female students. So for that we have to group by gender. We have to group by gender, similar to our previous query. So use a gender, count of SID from student. Now we have to group by gender. So based upon the gender we'll get, so male students 3, female students 3. Now let us check with this one, star from student. See, male students 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and similarly female students 1, 2, and 3. So we are grouping the complete rows based upon the gender. So automatically we are having a distinct count of gender is 2. So we are getting only 2 values. Based upon this one we are getting the count, right? So this is how we can use a group by. And the third one, finding average percentage of male students and the female students. We need to get the average percentage of all among all the male students, among all the female students. Here also we need to group by the gender, right? Because we are asking about the percentage of male and female students. Now use a query, select a gender, comma, use aggregate functions, average of percentage from student, group by gender. So male students average is 94 and the female students average is 88. So you can observe here, let us check out. So here the male students average 99 plus another male 95 plus another one 88. We are calculating the average, so divided by 3. So we got a 94 for a male students. Yes, correct. And coming to the female students, let us take 90 plus another one 78 plus another one 98. And here also we need to divide it by 3 average because it's average 88.666. So we got an average percentage among all the male students, among all the female students. And the next one, maximum percentage from male and female students. Here also we are grouping based upon the gender, right? So select maximum of percentage, okay, based upon gender, no? So gender, comma, maximum percentage from student, group by gender. So based upon the gender, we are getting the maximum and a minimum. So male students, among male students, the maximum percentage is 99, and among the female students, so it's a 98. So 98 in male and 98 in the female, right? So this is how we can write the query. We can group by gender. We can group by gender. And if you just want to get branch wise, so if you want to get the maximum percentage among the branch, so see CSC it's 99 and all the remaining only one student, so we'll get 90, 88 and 99. So coming to the CSC, see 99, 95 and 78. Among these three, 99 will be the maximum, and remaining branches only one student is there, so it will be a maximum. So we'll get this one. So in this case, we are grouping by branch. We are grouping by branch, right? Similarly, the next one, minimum percentage. The similar query. So select similarly write down a branch and a minimum of percentage from student, group by branch. So in each individual branch, what is the minimum percentage? So now you will getting the CSC as a 78. You can observe here CSC 99 and 95 and 78, 3 students, right? Among these 3 percentage, 78 is the least percentage, so we are getting the 78 here. So similarly, based upon the gender, you can also use by gender. So you can get gender and a minimum of percentage. Now we are going to group by gender. So among the male students, 88 is the least percentage, and among the female students, the least percentage is the 78. See, let us check. Select star from student. Among male, 98, 95 and 88. So 88 will be the least. Female, 90, 78 and 98. So 78 will be the least. So like this, we can apply the group by. We can apply the rows, the summary of the rows, grouping by a particular columns, right? And coming to this one, so after getting the results of this group by, applying the conditions will be using with a having class. So select star from table name, group by column 1, column 2, having a condition, right? See, finding the branches having only one student, finding the branches having only one student. So we need to group by branch. Okay, group by branch. Now use this one, select, get a branch and a count of branches from student, group by branch, and what we have to get, only one student. So count of SID is equal to 1. So here also we need to use the aggregate function. Sorry, here group by branch, and here we need to write the having class, having count SID is equal to 1. So actually we are getting the count of branches CSC 3, EC 1, Civil 1 and EEE 1. But here we are finding the branches who is having exactly one student. So we got only one student, the branches who have only one student. So these are the 3 branches. If you just change this one, the second one, see, finding branches having more than 1 student. So you can observe here greater than 1. So obviously we'll get only the CSE, because except the CSE all the remaining branches are having only 1 student. So let us count here, select star from student, and here you can observe, so CSE 1, 2, 3 students belongs to CSE, and ECE 1, Civil 1, and EEE 1. So here we are finding the branches who is having the students, number of students greater than 1. So obviously we'll get only 1 branch, because only CSE is having 3 students, right? So this is how. So whatever the result we are getting after applying the group by and applying the conditions on that particular result, we'll get the having, right? Next, finding branches in which students having a minimum percentage greater than 70. That means finding the branches in which the students minimum percentage is a greater than 70. Okay, in which a student's minimum percentage. So for this we can write, so select a branch, and we have to find the minimum percentage from student group by branch having minimum of percentage greater than 70. So you can see among the CSE, the minimum percentage is 78, which is a greater than 70. So among this ECE, only 1 student 90. So it will be the maximum and minimum. So let us insert a few more rows and we will check. Okay. So insert into student values 107. So let us take the name Ramu, and the percentage is some 60. Okay, and gender male, and ECE. Right, now select star from student, we'll get one more row 107. Now we can check greater than 70. You can observe here the minimum percentage greater than 70, there is no ECE, because EC, there are 2 ECE students, right? One with 90% and one with 60%. So among these 2 percentages, what's the minimum percentage? It says 60, which is less than 70. So it will be not displayed. So our query is finding the branches in which students having the minimum percentage which is greater than 70. So the minimum percentage of a student should be greater than 70. So obviously the EC student will not be in the resultant, right? So hope you understood this one. Similarly, the last one, finding branches in which student having a maximum percentage is greater than 90. So among this one, see, maximum percentage, the student's maximum percentage should be greater than 90. Greater than 90. Let us check. See, greater than 90, only 2 students, I mean 2 branches. So CSE and EEE. Let us check. Select star from student. So among CSE 99, 95 and 78. Among this one, maximum percentage is 99, which is greater than 90. So we are getting CSE as a result. Coming to the ECE, 90 and 60. So both are not greater than 90. So here we are giving only greater than. It's not a greater than or equal to. So EC will not be displayed here. Coming to the civil, only 1 student, which is 88, which is not greater than 90, and EEE, which is 98, which is greater than 90. So we got a EEE as this one. And if you check here, greater than 80, so we'll get all the branches, because among CSE the maximum percentage is 99, which is greater than 80, and among the ECE 90, which is greater than 80, and civil, which is greater 88, which is greater than 80, and EEE 98, which is greater than 80. So like this we can apply the grouping and for the resultant we can check the conditions by using the having class. We can check the having class, right? So this is how we can use this group by class and having class in select command. So these classes will be used to retrieve the data from the table by using select command, right? So hope you understood this one. So let's stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this group by and having, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really understood my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.